Show of hands, who remembers this girl?
Hello, I'm Janelle and I live in a van with my pet snake, Alfredo.
Janelle Eliana.
Ooh.
Does the name sound familiar? July 4th, 2019, she posted her first video about her kooky and quirky life in said van. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. Sick. Around this time,
It's never been easier to win. You got an eye-catching thumbnail, a special
never
thumbnail.
been an easier time to achieve your dreams. I mean, the power of the internet is unmatched. Modern day, if you want to learn how to become a famous
Internet money hit
you can
different.
go on your phone, watch a famous influencer tell you step by step on how to become a famous influencer.
If you had to start over right now from scratch, do you feel like you'd be able to do it all over again?
It'll take like 3 months.
3 months, you could do it.
That nigga lying.
Oh, now you stressing.
Yeah, he's capping. No videos, no nothing. Like starting from what you had. Come on now, be for real. Maybe if you got the money, you got yeah. But from nothing, be for real.
And now you
Nah,
stressing.
maybe two. I'm just saying, like, whatever's going on, whatever is hot, I would focus on that at first. And then I would put my YouTube videos on TikTok with the correct hashtags and the correct sounds. And once people start knowing my face well enough, I would start streaming and reacting to Kai, Aiden, Speed, and throwing those reactions on TikTok.
Everyone's already doing that. You wouldn't be standing out. You're not even Duke no more. Don't nobody know who Duke is if he's doing that. Everybody do that. That's regular.
And then
You're not standing
I
out.
would start like making myself a peer of theirs. And then eventually people will like start mentioning me, of course, with them.
And then you're in there.
I'm in the dough then.
Wow, you just laid out the perfect blueprint.
Nah, but it's easy though. That's how I look at it.
You want to become a
Man, go
successful
do that.
artist? There's literally millions of artists telling people how they became artists.
It might work
If you
for
were to
him,
start
but
from
you not
zero
him. You gotta
with
do
everything
work
you
for
know
you.
now, how would you do it?
I would make a bunch of songs first. I would say I would stock up 24 songs that I know are great. I would do what I can to just have video shot. Obviously, if there's no budget, get that iPhone out and go crazy. And I would do 2 songs a month with like posting 200 TikToks to each song. And I would just keep doing that over and over. 2 songs a month. 1 song a month minimum has to be your pace, or I don't think you want it that bad. Simple.
A professional athlete, maybe. There's millions of tutorials where professional athletes, NBA trainers are out there showing you how to get professional athlete skills and physiques.
It's all balance. Like no matter where I catch it, if I can feel balanced in my feet, then everything kind of takes over from there. Yeah. That's why I started doing the turnaway thing.
Yeah. Nah, facts. Real. That's all YouTube is now. Real. It's a learning platform. You come on this shit and learn some stuff. Our attention span's too short for to be entertained off this shit no more. Not a lot of us. A lot of us still be entertained. Some people are really good at what they do, but a lot of it is information.
And once I have it here, everything else is automatic.
And for all of these different skills that you can acquire online through tutorials and through other people, you can even market them. The days of needing someone else are gone. Everything is literally in the palm of your hands, which is why there is no excuse. I see a lot of people comment. I see people on my consultation calls. I see people all around always hitting me up asking me, but how do you work so hard? Or like, how do you get the grind? Or how do you get the mindset to go hard? When it's like, it's not that I'm going hard. I'm just being so efficient and smart with my time and the resources that I have. I can literally know whatever I want to know about any given thing in history that's been studied. Like, it irks my nerves when people ask me, how do I get better at working hard? Just work. You don't even, and see, that's the thing.
And this is what my track coach told me. I was like, this should get easier, right? He was like, no. It might get harder. You just get better. You just making it look better.
You don't even have to work as hard, because the people before us, they had to get, like, let's say you want to be a rapper. The people before us, they had to grind. They had to get traction in the actual streets. They had to sell their CDs in front of random people.
How much competition did they have?
Maybe if they were just good enough and people pushed them up to the top, then maybe they would get a shot at a record deal that probably was going to be a 360 record deal.
When a label comes to sign you, you're usually really popping. You're popping enough that people are looking at you, probably starting to kind of pay you for things. They get you at that point. Usually usually artists sign for 4 to 5 albums. And to get out of the situation and still be relevant enough to go independent, you're never gonna have it. So all of your best songs made during that period of time. So all that money just went straight to a label.
But now modern day, we are the first
generation
of bedroom millionaires. Nowadays, artists are making a song from their phone, BandLab, posting it on TikTok, blowing up. In the next year, they're getting nominated for Grammys.
This video, Anxiety, I did a Gaultier cover. I was starting to make a song a day, just getting used to sharing my music on the internet. And it ended up being really successful and kind of traveling and building somewhat of a fan base. If you look at that video, I'm wearing like my little sister's shirt underneath my mom's nightgown. And I threw that outfit together to just try to make a moment out of something, and it's being creative.
It's like, bro, there's never been an easy
out of something, and
You got the same shit I got.
it's being creative.
It's like, bro, there's never been an easier time, G. If you wanted to learn something back in the day, you had to mindlessly scroll through a book for hours in hopes, maybe, hopefully finding the right information that went with what you were trying to do. Or you had to figure it out through trial and failure. Nowadays, they have videos of people showing you exactly how to do what you want to do. You can go on your Google search engine and search up whatever it is that you want to find. Which is why I keep saying there is no excuse, because the people of yesterday would have killed for what we have today. I'm not telling you this to light a fire under you or make you feel like you're lazy or you're not doing enough, but instead to remind you and make light of
I hope you feel like that if you ain't been on your passion
the
for
endless amount of opportunities that you have right now in this modern day.
It should light a fire.
LinkedIn. Do you know how many
Supposed to be doing what
millionaires
you
and
love every
billionaires
day.
are on LinkedIn? I've connected with a guy named Gary.
Getting closer to what you want every
I hope I
day.
said his name right. Shout out to Gary, who's a former record company executive at 300 Entertainment and has helped put on the likes of Beyonce, J. Cole, and Young Thug.
I don't want to work with that
and a
nigga.
quick DM on my phone.
LinkedIn is actually, it's a very powerful tool if you're authentic to yourself. And I've met amazing people through it. We've had many clients
LinkedIn kind of some old head shit.
off the back of
You more likely to get locked in with somebody on Threads or
our
somebody, or
brand,
something
but
like
it
that.
has to be
Twitter.
authentic. Yeah. Because I think as soon as you're trying to be something you're not, or trying to just follow the crowd, it's so, you can tell it from a mile off, right? So
Pay for promo.
yeah,
Not only is you
it's been
invest
great
in
for me
yourself,
and
but you about to get a
I guess
conversation
I'll
out of
probably
bro.
continue to have to use it forever. But yeah, I think if done in the right way, it's a very powerful tool.
I was a part of a filmmaking documentary because of a video titled The Art of Waiting Your Turn that I made on a day with a camera and a computer in my room. Bro, in the past 3 months, I've worked with a client because I also partner with other businesses to help them make content creation. And I've generated over 14 million views. I'm gonna put it right up here on the screen, just off videos that I helped record and posted with an iPhone 11. A consultation business where people creatively consult me at 20 years old, which by the way, if you're a creative artist, athlete, whatever, that's having some sort of mental block or creative block issues that's affecting you or your talent, DM me at Alex Virgo and I'll help you book a one-on-one consultation call where we'll go through that issue and help you solve it. But all of this, and I'm just a 20-year-old from Charleston, South Carolina that had a dream and a camera. Literally, I just used the internet to my advantage. All my editing, people ask me, how do I edit? How did I learn how to talk? How did I learn all these different stories, all this information? I literally looked it up online. If there is a book that I want to read, but I don't feel like paying for it, I just download the PDF version of it, which by the way, I'm not endorsing pirating books, but I'm just saying, if there's anything I want to look, I just look it up. I just look it up. How do I do this edit? How do I get the right camera to do the right focus? Like, I look it all up. Do not let another year pass by. Do not let another day pass by where you do not take advantage of this beautiful thing that we have today known as the internet.
In the 60s and 70s, you could have an hourly wage job and buy a house, maybe even 2 cars and 2 kids, and live a good life.
Can't do that shit no more.
That's not happening anymore, right? You're not getting there on an hourly wage job. It's just not going to happen for a number of reasons. I don't know that I would say it's never been harder to acquire wealth through working hourly, but it's certainly very hard. It is not easy to do that. But I would say on the flip side, it has never been easier to acquire wealth in probably the history of the world.
Thanks.
There is so much wealth floating around.
Oh,
it's
God.
insane. 16-year-old kids are making $100,000 a month.
Exactly.
The issue is humans tend to do well, this is the way we've always done it. And we get stuck in our way of looking at the world, and then we moan when the world changes and we don't.
That's it. That's the message. Do that.
Oh,
Like, that's it.
God.
I don't have anything else to say. Again, if you like a book on one-on-one
Did it
consultation,
perfect.
call me, DM me at Alex the Virgo. We will get this join popping. I appreciate y'all so much for the love, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Love.
Hey, now that's a W video. He made good videos too, but his editing is very creative. It's different. Like it's not like anything you've ever seen. That's why you gonna watch it. You're not crazy. Being a small creator is harder than you are.
Show of hands, who remembers this girl?
Hello, I'm Janelle and I live in a van with my pet snake, Alfredo.
Janelle Eliana.
Ooh.
Does the name sound familiar? July
That's what it's
4th,
gonna go.
2019, she posted
Yeah.
her first video about her kooky and quirky life in said van. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. Sick. Around this time, humble but impressive beginnings, about 20,000 subscribers. She posted another video. By July 19th, I gotta remove the stupid thing. She had 1 million. I gotta move the camera. Hold on. I didn't think I'd have to adjust the angle. Hold on. She had 1 million. I'm not jealous of her. Why would you say that? Shut up. I was 15 when this happened. And I remember watching her and her story and watching it all unfold and thinking to myself, wow, if it can happen to her, it can happen to anyone. One video is all it takes for my biggest dreams to come true. That did not happen. Have you, dear viewer, had such aspirations? Quit your 9-to-5, be your own boss? Live the glorious lifestyle of the rich and famous just because most people generally agree that your videos give off good vibes? Then, as the foremost leading expert on this subject, don't Google that, also don't ask anybody, also don't look down just a little bit and see how low my sub count is, you can just trust me. Then allow me to shed some light on my industry. For those of you who don't know, we just hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel. Oh, please, please, keep going. Yes, clapping is the proper response to that announcement. Also,
He got like 500K. He got a lot of subs. 466,000. Bro, he lying like shit. Stop taking him serious. But he
may
do
I
be
add,
serious.
it was with our 100th upload. Oh my goodness, yes, clap louder. This is exactly the reaction I wanted. Oh my goodness. But let me be the first to say, amidst your roaring clapping, please don't stop, that all the work we put in to get to this very moment, none of it was worth it. Not at all, not even a little bit. Am I lying? About 60%, but I'm still mad. I've been making videos on the internet for 2 years, and I've changed a lot. The type of videos, my style of making videos, my process, I've grown as a creative, and I've done so much in that time. I'd like to thank the Academy, blah, 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 nobody cares. But if I'm being very honest, if I knew it was going to take me 2 years to get here, I probably would have never started. And to be very honest with you, I thought I would have reached this point a lot quicker than I did. I want to see if I can hit 1,000 by the end of the year. I just want to give this a try and see where I end up. Aw, look at me. So young and stupid. I had big dreams, you see? Everybody was going to see my unadulterated, pure, raw talent. I was gonna make videos for a living. I would be able to drop out of college. I'd be able to buy my parents a house. I'd show everybody that I grew up with and went to middle school with who didn't want to play with me on the monkey bars or didn't want to sit next to me at lunch because I wasn't one of the cool kids. They would see me online and I'd say, ha! I am one of the cool kids. Commentary YouTubers were gonna make video essays about me. I was inevitably gonna say something offensive on Twitter. I'd get canceled and I'd live the rest of my days knowing that I peaked at 19. It was gonna be great. Yeah, but that didn't happen. I didn't even get close. And to be honest, this is a failure. I'm aware of what I am. It was supposed to be a ticket to the easy life. But now that I've been doing this for a while, I've gotta say, this is a lot more work than I thought it would be. There's this really common assumption that this is...
Bro, that ass. When I was a kid, bro, every video I would make, that shit would get dog shit. That shit would get dog shit. Now, really got to keep up with the trends to do dog shit. I'm not interested in a lot of the trends, so
easy. Now, is that true?
shit turned into a grind.
Kinda? Look, I don't want to
So
say
I
it's
could
like
do
rocket
trends for a
science or
month,
brain surgery
get
or
hella
whatever,
views,
but I'm like,
but I was building my
it's kind of
catalog.
hard work, a little bit, kind of. maybe, I don't know. Because to the average viewer on
We're in a
YouTube,
different part
all
now.
the work they have to do is essentially deciding which video they're going to watch while they eat lunch. They do it for 10 minutes and then they leave a like. But to the person making the video, they have to brainstorm the idea, research the topic, write the script, rewrite the script, rewrite the script, wonder if they're any good at script writing, then rewrite the script. They have to record the video, re-record bits that they didn't like. If you'll excuse me, I'll just get the rest of my list here. We have edit the recording, sound design, make
He should have did edit like 15 times.
the title, make the thumbnail, and then do this whole process
All
over
over.
again forever. And this whole thing gets you
shouldn't
maybe
even-
7 views at first. It's not very fun, if I'm being honest. Because you have to get good at selling yourself. For example, if you're a middle-aged woman and you want to make videos about Club Penguin, that's fantastic. But you have to understand, your goal is not to make videos about Club Penguin. It's to make me, a random stranger, care about videos about
Exactly.
Club Penguin. These sound like very similar goals, but they are two completely different things. Because you don't realize how much of making videos is really not about making videos. It's about making videos seem interesting. You have to learn how to get good at marketing. How am I going to convince random strangers on the internet to give up their precious time to watch my random crap? And this isn't something that we
Repetition and
typically
learning.
have to think about doing in our day-to-day life unless we work in like sales or something. If we're talking about our interests, we don't have to worry about making people
I like
care
his green
about it.
screen, though.
Because your husband or your best friend can pretend to care about your interest all they want, but I'm a stranger. I don't have to do anything for you. I owe you nothing. Another thing
Damn
is the
thing, for
constant
real.
output. Because it's true, some days you wake up with the perfect idea and then you get immediately into writing and recording and editing and everything runs smoothly. You finish the video, you love it, you're laughing, you're crying. It's Oscar worthy. You put it out and you feel great. That's fantastic. Now do it again,
Yeah, but
immediately. Forever. But the thing is, ideas don't come to you just whenever you want, but whether they do or don't, you need them consistently. You gotta make something. You can't bank on one good idea. You need them over and over, week after week, because not all of them are going to hit, and you need as many attempts as you can build up. And that task sounds really easy in theory, but in practice, it is annoying, stressful, and overall upsetting. But let's say you do all of that. You do all the work, you learn to sell yourself, and you're consistent with it. That is fantastic, but here's the thing. Nobody is going to care for a very long time. Now, I hear you asking, dear viewer, why is that? Well, let me tell you, the answer it's quite simple, really. Do you remember when YouTube looked like this?
yeah.
Yeah, me neither. I'm 20, not 100.
Nah, I remember that. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. I remember that. You younger than me, but I remember that. Bro, wow, that's crazy. I'm 20, not a David.
If you feel old right now, that feeling is correct, because you are. But from what I've been told, when YouTube looked like this, there was only like a handful of creators for a specific genre of things, like gaming or sketch comedy or whatever Vsauce is. But now there's literally thousands of YouTubers for each genre, and there are new genres being made all the time. And the fact that there is an entire genre based on copying one person is enough proof that this market is saturated. Wouldn't you agree? There's too many options. To illustrate, think of your favorite Chinese takeout place. They have no less than 5,000 items on the menu, yet you order the same 3 every time.
Bro, I just spent 2 hours dead ass yesterday trying to get some new shit, but I still got the same shit I usually get. 2 hours, bro. That shit is crazy.
There are just too many options, so you stick with what you know you will like and you never change it ever. So what are the chances you're gonna try the 5,001st thing they put on the menu? The new version of sugary fried chicken bites with rice. Never. You're not gonna do it. Put the sweet and sour in the bag and leave me alone. That was a really incoherent way of saying people don't like to try new things, especially when there are too many options. Also, people are shallow. We say we want to be different, but really, we are liars because 90%
You gotta force yourself sometimes to try different shit.
Percent of the time, we would just like to conform to what everybody else does in peace. Don't believe me? You ever notice how in any video somebody says hot take or unpopular opinion, it's followed by just a really boring fact of life, and then everyone in the comments agrees? If thousands of people are agreeing to something, then was it really that unpopular of an idea? Clearly not, because people like what is popular and what has already been agreed to be good. And to see that a view count is high is a subconscious way of knowing that other people have seen this and liked this. It would have never gotten this popular if other people didn't like it, so surely I'll probably like it as well. It's your way of determining quality and to see if it's worth your time. But to see a video with fairly few views comes across as low budget and frankly very loser-like. Because you don't want to be the first one to watch it. It probably sucks. That's not worth your time. You're important and your lunch is getting cold. Are you really gonna risk it on a video that you might not like? No.
But I do now.
Are you stupid? So you put these two ideas together and it makes the workload for a smaller creator a lot harder than they probably realized it would be. Because at the end of the day, people are vain and you have to put almost more work into making the video look like it'll be interesting than actually making the video interesting. Why did you click on this video?
No, you gotta make the video.
Did you like the thumbnail? Did the title interest you?
Yeah, the title.
If you did, great. I did my job and that's a compliment. Thank you.
And it was contrasting the video we just watched.
Let me ask you something else. Did you notice how low the view count was? Again, if you did and you clicked on it anyway, hats off to you, sir. We appreciate your services here at David Achu Productions. But if you didn't, be honest, if you had noticed it, would you have clicked on this? I'm not mad or anything. I'm just asking this so you can question yourself, so you can feel bad and I can feel better about myself. To me, it's what I imagine starting a small business is like. You're putting a lot of time and effort into a new venture that you're hoping will make some sort of money. And let's be honest, I don't care what anybody says, you're in this for the money. You're not better than me. We all want money. Shut up. We all want money. I don't care if you're like, oh no.
Yeah, but it's fun when I can do it. Like, it's two birds, one stone. I can do two things. I like.
I'm only in it for the love of the game.
It come with shit I dislike,
yeah,
but
you're an artist who wants money.
Everything.
So you open up shop and literally any sort of attention is a win. And sure, it's exhilarating at first, but you start to realize quickly that the amount of work you put in is not being proportionally rewarded. But you figure, hey, if I just work for X amount of time, I'm sure it'll all be worth it in the end. And then 10X amount of time passes and it still hasn't done that yet. And it's at this point that you start to wonder if it'll ever
what the fuck am I doing?
Get off the ground.
Yeah,
Any of your dreams will be realized. And the interesting thing about it is that,
but then you start,
well, I assume similar to a small business or an artist, you're not fully respected by other people until it's successful. It's not something that you can really brag about or frankly talk about openly because you think people might judge you because you're not making money yet.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I am. There we go. Oh, my bad. I mean, no. So you're working, grinding, hustling, trying to get the kinks out and trying to get better and better with time, but it's just not working. And as
hey, this the perfect picture. It's hard as fuck to push it up, but once it get to the top and you push it past the top, what is it gonna do? The momentum gonna carry it on its own. It's gonna fall on its own. You ain't gotta push it no more.
Crushing as this is for you, nobody's gonna care because it's not that big a deal to them. Aw, your little video didn't get as many views as you want. Aw. Most of the time, the hustle will not be respected until the results meet the expectations of other people, which sucks because a lot of the time, results almost never do that in the beginning. Last week, I uploaded what was my most successful video in almost 2 years. Now I know it doesn't have a lot of views, but shut up. Let me have this. And for the past week, I have obsessively watched its view count slowly trickle up. I've read every comment, I've looked at every analytic, I've observed it and watched it from the corners and shadows of YouTube Studio like a creep. It's been a truly fun time for me. With that being said, I'm about to say something a little bit vulnerable, but I feel like I've created a safe space here for all of us. You ready? If this video does not do greater or equal numbers, I will set something on fire. A match, that is. the thing that's meant to catch on fire, silly. Of course I wasn't talking about a building or like a plot of land. I would love to believe this how this works. You get better and better, and with time your views and attention goes up and up, but it's not. It's never linear. It's just weird. Sometimes it just fails. And you can try adjusting thumbnails and titles and tags. And yeah, I'm sure that'll do something sometimes for some people, but most of the time, you just have to do it again and hope, which is such an interesting mental thing, because it's been said that the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over and over and expect a different result. But that's exactly
why you think they call it that, because they don't want you to do the same thing over and over.
Exactly what you're doing. I mean,
exactly. But the only thing is, you're getting better at it each time. You're paying attention to the small details. You adjusting it every time.
You're getting a little bit better every now and then, but you're essentially making the same thing over and over and over. And you keep hoping that it'll be different. And then it's probably not going to be. You do start to feel a little crazy. At the end of the day, it's just deeply demoralizing.
I could set
so much
changes.
effort into something you know you're good at.
I
or at least you
change
think
my
you
stuff.
are, and you think you're getting better and you're improving day by day, and yet it's never getting a chance to be seen. It only makes you question, am I good at this? Am I talented? Am I funny? Is this worth it?
Yeah, you funny, twin.
That was a lot of self-pity, wasn't it? My bad. Yes, it is easy to think like that, but I'm gonna need you to lock in, all right? This is the happy part of the video. You ready? Put the numbers aside. You ever make something that genuinely made you happy? Like, it's funny or...
That's why I be talking about the funny moments, bro. I don't care how much views that shit get at all. I can go watch that shit and just get to geek and laughing.
Or it's really well edited, or it's just...
have a horrible day. Go watch that shit.
It makes you feel creative. You ever get those feelings? I really hope that feeling never goes away, because it is genuinely fun and enjoyable. So in that way, you always know there's some sort of sentimental or emotional benefit that you get out of this, some sort of reward that you feel an inner pride. You'll always have that no matter what. Well, you'll always have it as long as you're trying, that is. Okay, back to the numbers for a second. It is so easy to blame everything on the all-knowing and all-powerful algorithm. But riddle me this, Sherlock. Is it possible that maybe, just maybe, your videos suck? Don't get me wrong, I've been there. Every bad title, every boring thumbnail, every stupid idea, every 2-month hiatus followed by feeling bad for yourself, then announcing that you were gonna get back into it, making 2 videos, they both flop, and then going on an even longer 2-month hiatus. How can it be even longer? They're both 2 months. I don't know. I was there through all of this, all right? We are in this together, but it gets better. Because you just have to accept that, yeah, I might suck at this. Most people do. But you get over it, you get better, and then eventually you suck less. The question is for you, is it worth the effort to get from here where you suck and you're bad at this to get over here where you're slightly less worse at this? Because it's a long journey, and for some people, the answer is no. And that's fine. It's good to get that out of the way now so that you can spend your time doing something that you would enjoy and that you would get better at. But if the answer is yes, we've got work to do. It's very important that as much as possible, you remove your emotions from this process, or at the very least, do not let them dictate your actions. As we discussed in the previous video, failure does not make you a failure. Just because you couldn't do fractions as an 8-year-old does not mean you do not deserve love. You have to view failures as a learning experience. This flopped. Okay, why? What do I need to cut? What do I need to add? Post, get feedback, adapt, try again. Despite the numbers or anything else, I can always take pride in that over these 2 years, I have grown as a speaker, as a script writer, as an editor, and as a 4th thing. It has also recently changed my mindset towards work and patience and believing in myself. Not too much, but also not too little. You gotta find the balance, but I'm learning, I'm doing it. And now, even if this were the last piece of media I ever made, at least I now have an entire library of dumb ideas that became reality. And no one can take that from me. Well, unless YouTube deleted my channel, but that would be rather rude of them. I'm kind of hoping they don't do that.
That shit would suck, bro.
Show of hands.
But W video by David. Oh God, this literally contrasts to the other video.
Better know what you're doing when you're going on that mission. catching the shooters and I get them niggas pissed. But for that drill, they walk down, my young niggas most so sick. I try to teach this bitch a lesson, that little bitches wouldn't listen. Got tired of lectures, now I'm sending all these hoes to the tip. I put my city on new swag. Little bitch, check out my invention. When BR niggas get a bag, we heading straight to the dick. I'ma put some diamonds in my dick. Reach for my jewel, I leave you crazy.